Hi guys, my name is Steph Plant. I'm a singer-songwriter and a book author and an illustrator. And I'm going to read you my book and I'm going to sing you some songs. Got my book right here. My book is called Slithering Snake. I think snakes are really cool. So I wrote a song about them. And then I decided maybe I'll make some pictures about snakes. Maybe I'll make a book about snakes and I'll put them all together. So this is a book about snakes featuring the words of my song. And when I'm done reading you the book, I'm going to get out my guitar. I'm going to sing it. Let's start at the beginning. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake. Lives on the land or lives in a lake. He doesn't have arms and he doesn't have legs. When he was young, he popped out of an egg. Baby. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake. Tree snake, also known as the great tree boa, lives in the jungle. A constrictor. Python, also known as the ball python, excellent camouflage. Anaconda, one of the biggest snakes in the world. It can also swim underwater. Massive constrictor. Viper. This one is known as the great horned viper. Can you see the tiny horns on his head? Lives in the desert. Garter. The garter snake is a non-venomous snake that might even live in your yard. I have a garter snake in my backyard. Black mamba. Those snakes you would not want in your backyard. You see those sharp fangs? Venomous. Diamondback, also known as the diamondback rattlesnake. You see the rattle up here? To warn their predators, that they're dangerous. Copperhead. The copperhead is also very venomous. Not a safe snake. Big boa. The boa constrictor is very large and it squeezes its prey. Coral snake. The coral snake is a venomous snake and it has bands of color across its body in a pattern. Can you see the pattern? Corn snake. Corn snakes are non-venomous snakes that live wherever they can find some rats or mice that they might eat. That's what they call them, a corn snake, because they live in cornfields. King cobra. The king cobra is a very fierce-looking snake because it can extend a hood on its head to warn everyone around it that it is not a safe snake. It's got fangs. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake. Lives on the land or lives in a lake. These snakes are eating. This one's eating an egg. This one's eating a fish. Did you know that some snakes swim in the water? He is very afraid, so he slithers away. Snakes are more scared of you than you are of them. They don't have arms and legs. They get worried when they see someone so big as us. We look like big old monsters to a snake. Slithering, slithering, slithering. Snake. Snakes have families too. See the babies? I made all of these pictures myself when I created this book. And in the back of the book, I have pictures of my process. This is a picture of how I carved all of the images and the designs into soft material called linoleum. And that's how I was able to make my own stamps. So I took that carved stamp, pressed it on some paper with some ink, made a black and white image, and then I was able to use watercolor paints to color in the pictures and make them pretty. And that's how I made all of the pictures from my book. I would like to sing the song for you now. I'm going to use something that I love very much. This is my wooden acoustic guitar. It's got a very beautiful curved body shape, and it has a circular sound hole in the middle. It has a long, skinny neck, just like we have a neck. A guitar has a neck. And at the top of the neck is the head with these little tuning pegs on them. Strings are connected to the tuning pegs. These are the strings. The strings are pulled tightly across the neck and across the body and secured down into the bridge. These strings are so tight that when I strike them, they make a beautiful sound. If they were loose, you wouldn't be able to hear a nice musical sound. But I made them so tight by turning the tuning pegs, and I can make them sound mysterious like this. I wrote the Slithering Snake sound to sound mysterious because snakes move in a mysterious way. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake lives on the land or lives in a lake. He doesn't have arms and he doesn't have legs. When he was young, he popped out of an egg. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake. Tree snake, python, anaconda, viper, garter, black mamba, diamondback, copperhead, big boa, coral snake, corn snake, king cobra. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake lives on the land or lives in a lake. He's very afraid, so he slithers away. Slithering, slithering, slithering snake. Did you notice what my two hands were doing when I was playing that song? To play guitar, you have to be able to use your two hands in two different ways. When you're clapping, you use your hands in the same way. Hands together. Hands together. But when you play guitar, your two hands are doing different things. And it's a little tricky, but I practiced every day and I worked really hard because I wanted to be able to play guitar so much. So I learned how to do it. And this is how. My left hand presses down on the strings up here on the neck, between these metal bars called frets. I put my fingers between the metal bars in a special positions, and I press down with my fingers so that it will push down on the strings. Then with my right hand, I'm not pressing at all. I'm either strumming or I'm finger picking like this. My two different hands can do two different things, and I can play an instrument that way. I like to play the guitar because I am a vocalist, which is another word for a singer. And so singers need to be able to play instruments that they can sing and play at the same time. I wouldn't be able to do that if I was a trumpet player, because if a trumpet is up on my mouth, then I can't sing. So I learned how to play the guitar and other stringed instruments. For my last song today, I wanted to bring out a different instrument. This is a banjo. Banjos are similar to guitars because they have strings, they have a neck, they have a head with some tuning pegs, they have a body, they have a bridge, but they're a little different because remember how the guitar had a curvy body? The banjo has a circular body. Do you remember how the guitar had a sound hole? Well, the banjo doesn't have a sound hole. The banjo is made of a snare drum that's connected to a neck so that the strings can be pulled tightly across and attached down here. I play the banjo very similar to how I play the guitar. I'm pressing on the strings here with my left hand on the neck, and I'm strumming or finger picking with my right hand right over the body. I'm going to sing a song to you about something else exciting that happens in the springtime. It's a beautiful phenomenon that happens in the sky after it rains. And one thing that I noticed when I was a little kid was that I could never remember the order of the colors of the rainbow. And so I always liked to have songs in my head to remind me about how to remember orders of things. So I wrote a song about the order of the colors of the rainbow. It's called the Rainbow Song. Red like a fire truck, orange like a sunset, yellow like a lemonade, green like a leaf and blue like the sea, and purple like a juicy grape. Red like a fire truck, orange like a sunset, yellow like a lemonade, green like a leaf and blue like the sea, and purple like a juicy grape. Rainbow, rainbow, way up high, you are smiling in the sky. Rainbow, rainbow, now I see all your colors staring back at me. They're red like a fire truck, orange like a sunset, yellow like lemonade, green like a leaf and blue like the sea, purple like a juicy grape. Red like a fire truck, orange like a sunset, yellow like a lemonade, green like a leaf and blue like the sea, purple like a juicy grape. I have something funny I want to show you before I say goodbye. Clovey, come here. Come here, Clovey. Come here, Clovey. This is my cute little dog, Clovey. And she and I sometimes like to sing together. Should we sing goodbye to these folks? You are so beautiful to me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope Bye bye. See you next time.